Awesome? Say it. You're awesome. You're awesome. Now say, I'm awesome too. I don't sing, but I do something really, really well. Some of us can sing and some of us can't. Have you noticed? Some of us can dance and some of us think we can. So turn to whoever's sitting by you and tell them, it's so important that you're here today. Tell them it's so important that you're here today. Now look back at the same person and say, however, this message is for me. However, this message is for me. So reach on up there and take your spiritual hat off and set it aside. Go ahead. Some of you need 2 hands. Some of you need a crowbar. So now why would I say get your spiritual hat off? Open. Open to transformation, open to a new idea, open to a new year, a new way of being, a new possibility. Maybe open to a new look on my face. You know, us spiritual types, it's all good. It's all good. It's like, well, tell your face because it ain't caught up. So back in the divine realm, in the absolute power and presence of one, is it all good? Maybe. But back here at the ranch, where 2 or more are gathered, there will be bristling, upsets, gnashing of teeth. Have you noticed? Just refer to your marriages. Refer to your workplaces. Co-workers, refer to your family of origin. Anybody immune from the drama of a family of origin? I'm always get so excited at this question because I just want a hand to fly up so we can plan your ascension. And I want to film it, of course. So there's nobody immune from this. There's no amount of degrees and credentials and training and education and intellect that can make us immune from our humanity, from wanting something, from dreaming something, from believing that we need something. So what are we going to do with this humanity? The innate, wired, desired, hardwired desires to want what we don't have. But I want it. I want it. I'm dreaming it. I have it on my dream board. I have it on my vision board. I have the chaplains praying for it. After all I've done for you, God. So where does it leave us in that wanting this and life delivers this? Where does it leave you? Altogether. Hell. When I'm wanting something imagined, something invested in, something determined for, and my peace is hinging on that, then life says, no, this. Where's the power? Where's the power? Within me. To come out of this imagination, to come out of this imagined thing that I wanted, invested in, moved toward, had a goal of, and so far, I've got this. So all of my power then is aligning with this. So I can be miserable, suffer some more, and then spread it around. Because misery loves company. Or say, I really thought that's what I was going to do. I really thought that was how that would turn out. And I put energy toward that and money toward that and action toward that. And it was a goal and I worked at it. And it didn't turn out that way. It turned out this way instead. Suffer more? Transform. Align with reality. Doesn't mean I have to love it. I practice the work, teach, train the work, facilitate the work, and it's based on a book called Loving What Is. I don't speak in those terms because I don't love what is. I seldom even like what is. So it's not about loving what is, but it's about not being a victim to what is. That's where all the power is. I may never love what is that's down here, but I'm more and more rarely undone by what is. And then there's a middle ground that's more balanced, stable, able, resourceful, thoughtful. What is possible? But ain't going to be that. What is it? That could deal with the grief of that. An ending. You think because you're a reverend doctor that I have immunity from this? My best friend, one of my best friends of 25 years, died in July last year. I didn't love that. My mother passed on Labor Day, a few months later. And when my holiest of my ministers died on Christmas Eve, you think I had some foot stomping and shaking of fists going on? You betcha. I also have awareness of the allure of that tantrum, the allure to be mad and then some, and what would rob me of love, of the reality of those relationships, the reality of not eternal love as a theory, but eternal love as death can't take them from me. Death doesn't have that power. But if I live here, more grief, more sadness, more terror, more panic, more tantrum, or make a choice, make a miracle, make a miracle maker here and choose how am I going to experience this ending. Now we like new beginnings, don't we? That's because we're over the ending. How you feel about endings? Anybody just wake up and go, whoo, I can't wait to see what ends today. We're not good at this. It is not pleasant. And is it assured that you'll get a dose or two of this? Yes. And some? Anybody here that's not had a dose already? And were you equipped for it? In reality, now in the mind, in the heart, it didn't feel like we were equipped for it. It felt too heavy to bear, right? I can't do this. I can't do this. But was it true that you couldn't do it? No, altogether. Was it true that you couldn't do something? No. Did you do it? Yes. And then some. And then some you did it because it is your nature. It is the law of the universe. It is what you were brought here to be, brought here to do, brought here to experience, brought into creation to have experiences of the human, and including the whole phenomena of the human, which includes birth and respect, and have you noticed? Sometimes they respect, sometimes they don't. I'll be included and excluded. They'll invite me and they'll care and they, oh, you're good. So now where's the power of getting invited all the time or integrating reality that understands it will be both and? Can you get a sense of this? Now get a sense of living from that. So the day they invite you, it's like, tail wagging, woo! Then the day they don't. If your mind was clear, you'd be just as happy that they didn't invite you, because 99% of the time you don't want to go anyway. Have you noticed? But we're into this charm and charisma and seduction without ever checking in to say, hey, do I really want to do that? It's like, no. And then if they don't invite me and I do want to go, what's another option for me? If I'm a miracle maker and I'm making miracles choice by choice, interaction to interaction, and they don't invite me, what's another option for me? Invite you. Say, hey, I understand you're having a party. You didn't invite me. I understand. I don't invite me most of the time. However, I really want to come. Are you open to me coming? If they're a real friend, they'll say, not really. Okay, I don't want you dominating everything going on over there that night. Or they'll say, you know, I do. And I got stuck on numbers. I just got 6 chairs. I didn't know what to do. People don't know you. So they'll tell you why you weren't invited in the first place. Then you can go, okay, sounds like we got a plan. And then if they say, no, I'm really going to stick with this. Like, I really don't want you to come. I also don't want to lose you as a friend. I'm not going to mistake you didn't invite me to your party for our friendship. So there's a big difference in not getting invited and not being loved. But what will the mind do with it? They didn't invite me, that means that. They don't like me, don't love me, don't care about me, disrespecting me. Instead of like, no, they didn't invite me, period. And I don't want to lose a friendship over this. So I can say, I want you to know I'm not taking this personally. I get why you didn't invite me. It makes sense to me even. And if there's something between us that needs to be worked out, I really want to look at that. I don't want to keep going down this path here. And will friendships come and go? Anybody here not experienced that yet? We want to move you to the top of the prayer list. Because it's not a matter of if it will happen, just when and who with, what the circumstances will be. So now get a sense of going out into life integrated into the both and. That it's going to be both of these things. And that I'm on solid ground for it. I won't like it. I won't love it. I'll have some effect from it for sure. From my humanity base, my human phenomena base. I'm also not a victim to this. So then when they don't invite me, instead of going, OMG, you would say what? Of course. If I was believing what they were believing, I wouldn't have invited me either. It makes perfect sense. Then you can even get a message like someone has died. It's like, not like, oh! It's like, well, actually, I was aware of this possibility. This was inevitable. This is not tragedy. This is not the sky is falling. This is the law of the universe revealing itself and inviting us to align with reality and to exercise the power within me and the power within you to not only transform our mind, to get another frame around this, another framework around this, but to then transcend it. To transcend it. Radically transcend it. Now, I want to tell you about a ministry. You know, I'm out in a different ministry about every week. Almost every week, I'm somewhere different. And it's a beautiful, beautiful, wonderful way to serve. My mission in life is to serve those who serve. So I naturally believe that about you, that you have an important role here in a conscious evolution. And as Albert said, New Year's resolution, well, I'm into New Year's evolution. Not a resolution, but an evolution in the new year. And I believe that you're catalyst for that. Catalyst for that. And that you, and we in a unity movement are also a catalyst for that, which is why I serve where I do and practice what I do and believe what I do. So I want to tell you about this ministry that's really into community service, that's into outreach, that's into featuring musicians and talent and singing and writing and playing and that through coffee houses, that is into prayer and praying and having chaplain support and keeping chaplain support solid, into study and learning and book studies and coming together in small groups, into hospitality, to ushering and greeting and being that friendly face and raising our spirits up every single Sunday through a fantastic service, to intentionally offer a good vibe, a good energy, to have a deep, unshakable sense of caring about others, about ourselves and others. They have a board that's on solid ground, that works well together, that understands their roles, their responsibilities. They can see that the needs of the congregation are tended to, cared for, and purposefully met. That they have a minister who is equipped, who is an enlightened leader, who serves well, who understands her role and what she's here to do, what is hers to do, what is not hers to do. They know that they have the stamina and an uncommon motivation to come through tough times, to step up. They know that they're here for each other. They know that they are here to demonstrate support and to call on support when needed. They're here confidently. They're here in ministry, serving, great volunteers. They're easier going. They are in action, self-motivated. Sound like a church you'd want to be a part of? Sound like a church that would be attractive to others? Guess whose it is? Yours. This came from your leadership. When I asked them, what are you doing well? What's going well around here? What can we celebrate together? Can you see it went on and on and on? And guess who's the miracle makers of that? So turn to somebody and tell them, it's true. I am a miracle maker. It is absolutely true. I am a miracle maker. I'm about making miracles, and I'm going to go forth to make miracles. And I want to bow to you. It is such a privilege to be here with you. I look forward to coming. I'm in awe not of where I get to serve and how, but when. The timing of things is not to be understood about when I end up somewhere. Planned way in advance. Way in advance. A year or a year and a half in advance. The schedule is laid out. Then I go where it tells me to go. So I send you in God's speed in this new year, aware and aligned and attuned with your own inner power, where your solid ground is, what the basis of solid ground is for you, aware of the allure to go here, and the power and the practice to stay here and to return here routinely and quickly, and then repeat. And if there's any way in the world I can support you, get in touch with me. It's all at that website, marthacreek.com. And stay around for the workshop, because I'm a mentor and a tormentor. And you'll get a both this afternoon. And I love you and cannot help it. And I bow to you and what you are creating here and in creation of here. Godspeed.